Welcome, everyone, to our 31st class of Shar Habitachan. I'm your host, Chai Ben Shimon. We always like to start off with giving because how we give, that's how Hashem will give to us. Let's give generously so Hashem can and will give us generously. I'm going to put a coin in the tzedakah box. Please join me from home. We're going to start off with saying Tehillim for the 101 hostages that they must come home immediately, and for the protection of all the incredible IDF, the Chayalim and Chayalot, who are protecting us, and the protection of all the Jews around the world. So we're going to say Psalm 20, Kapitel Chaf. Lam natseach mizmar l'David yancha Adonai b'yom zera. Yisagevcha Shem Elohei Akav yishlach ezracha mikaydesh. Umitzian yisadecha yizkar kol min chaysecha ve'elascha yidash nesela. Yitain lacha chovavavcha v'chol atzascha yimalei. Niranana b'shua secha v'shem Eloheinu nidgol yimalei Adonai kol mishala secha. Ata yadaiti ki Ashia Adonai mishicha yanehu mishmei kachai b'gurai seisha yiminai. Ela varecha v'ela vasosim va'anachnu b'shem Adonai Eloheinu naskir. Hema karu v'nafalu va'anachnu kamnu v'nisaidan. Adonai Hashia hamelach yanenu v'yam karenu. It is known, the Tzemach Tzedek said, if we only knew the power of Tehillim, we would say it day and night. So we should hear revealed good news. Welcome back with us, Devorah, Leah, and Andrusier. I just want to give a little intro for those of you that are new. Devorah Leah is a Shar Habitachan enthusiast. She's also my cousin and friend, and humbled and honored that she's here. She also has incredible, she does speaking engagements, and she's really, really good with her messages. So if anybody would like to get her for your shows or private parties, reach out. I pitched that, not her. Okay. Welcome.
Hi,
Honored to have
everybody.
you.
Thank you, Chaya, for that lovely introduction. Thank you to everyone for tuning back in. It has been a while since we've recorded. I'm excited to get back into it. I, on my own, have been tapping in on a daily basis, just, opening the book, reading a little something so that God consciousness and Bitachon consciousness that we talked about remains front and center in our minds. It is not an easy feat, which is why this is something that we reiterate over and over again. So I just want to share with you before we start the class. This past week, which is why my voice is the way that it was, and how it is. We brought with an organization from Israel 180 family members who live in the Gaza envelope, kibbutzim and moshavim from that neighborhood. And it wasn't pitched as, okay, here are some lovely, comfortable Americans. We're going to do this wonderful mitzvah and take in some Israelis and, give them gift cards and allow them to do different things. What it was is our family is coming to visit us from Israel. They stayed in our homes for a week. We all took the week off and we spent a week with these beautiful people who have been quite literally in trauma for over 400 days. Their husbands were what's called Kita Konenut. They're the first responders on the Moshavim and Kibbutzim. And for them to be able to feel the love that the Jewish people have for them, thousands of miles away, not, that we think about them once a month and we write a check and we're like, okay, I did my thing for Israel, that we're really with them every day, every minute. We're thinking about them, their struggles, their challenges, their trauma, and their beauty. So a day after they got here, one of the moms said to me, this is the first time in over a year that we're able to take a deep breath. And what they loved most about being here and being with us was the absolute deep connection that we had with them. So they came as strangers. We picked them up from the airport, hugged them, and they left as family. We're going to stay in contact with them, and we're going to continue to have a relationship with them. And the strength of Am Yisrael. These are some of the families that were with us were Shomer Shabbat. They kept Shabbos. Majority of them did not. And they said, coming here to this community, they felt more connected to their Judaism than they ever have. Some of these families that live in the Gaza envelope were families that came from Gush Katif, where they were thrown out of their homes when they were 14 years old. And again, now on October 7th, they had to leave their homes. So our Israeli counterpart is 1000% in deep struggle, but they are also 100,000,000% over the top, strength and power, and with a complete faith in Hashem that whatever is happening needs to be happening, and that, like the new famous song in Israel right now that everybody's singing is Hashem loves me, Hashem cares for me, and Yeh od yoter tov, ve'od yoter tov, ve'od yoter tov. So that's where we're at, okay? So all of this comes together. How does all this come together? How does bitachon and connection come together? It's because when we really, really trust in Hashem, we don't have issues with other people about little silly things, the things that are, bother me here and bother me there. You're like, it's all nonsense. We literally are one body. So this group, they obviously were super grateful. And I said to them, okay, die. All day long, it was tada, 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 tada. And I said, you know what? We're one body. If my foot hurts and my hand massages my foot, I don't thank my hand for massaging my foot. We're one body. And I said, the same is with you and with us. We're one body. So instead of saying toda, just say we love you. So that was like from the second day on, it was just I love yous, and it was really a beautiful experience. So hopefully the more we connect with Hashem, the more we trust Hashem, the more that we know and believe and understand that whatever he is doing for us is good. Although many times it does not feel that way, the more we'll be able to connect with his children, our brothers and sisters. Okay. So we are on the bottom of page 139. I apologize for my voice. I was camp counselor for a week, so it's slowly coming back. Okay.
Before you start, can I just ask you a quick question?
Of course.
How many people, how many hosts were there in the community for these families? Like how many people took?
So in our community, we had 8 host families, but because not everybody could take off a full week of work, we also had hosts for the day. So say I had a husband and wife and 3 beautiful little girls and 2 23-year-old boys. And on Wednesdays, I teach. So on Wednesday, someone else picked them up after breakfast and took them out for the day. So it was really like a very beautiful community effort. It wasn't just about helping the hosts who were hosting the families. We wanted them to see it's not just the 8 houses that love you and care about you. It's our entire community. And I'll just point out one of the things that impacted me. The family that stayed by us was Shomer Shabbos. And when we got into the car Sunday morning, we went to do a walk for the Chatufim, for the hostages. And when we got into the car, the mother said to her children, she said to him, this is the first time that we're able to publicly protest for our hostages in such a beautiful way without making a political statement, because a lot of the hostage forum is anti the government. They want certain things that they feel like they're not getting. And these people are very much in support of our government and in support of our prime minister. So it was the first time that they were able to march with on their flags and on their signs, they put lost family members who were murdered. There was a car of 5 beautiful 21 to 23-year-old kids who managed to escape from the Nova Festival and were murdered 100 meters from their moshav. So it's a very, very trying time. Even if they don't have physical injuries, they have post-traumatic stress disorder that is very strong. When they got here, we were all sitting outside in my backyard and an airplane flew over the house and the 3 little girls were underneath my table. So I realized we have to be extremely cautious with them. In the morning when I would make them a smoothie or whatever it was, I would say, I'm going to be making a smoothie now. Said, it's going to make a noise, but the noises here in America are good noises. They're comfortable noises. They're safe noises. And it's just to be able to watch them just enjoy and have that expansiveness and feel the love was really, like I said to them, you're thanking us, but really we're thanking you because you gave us such a beautiful opportunity to connect with you and to do this beautiful mitzvah. So I'm very grateful to Hashem for that. Okay, bottom of page 139. There are some groups of people whose efforts to acquire and increase their wealth are solely due to their love of honor that they think they will receive from people as a result of their wealth, and so that they can make a name for themselves. No amount of money is ever enough for them because they think that the more money they have, the more money they will receive. The foolishness of theirs stems from their lack of understanding regarding the true cause of what makes a person deserving of honor in this world and the world to come. The cause for the mistake of theirs is that they see how the masses honor wealthy people. The masses' honor for the wealthy is born out of a hope that they will benefit from what the wealthy have, and that they will receive some of the wealth that is in their hands. Were the masses to think deeply into the matter and understand that the wealthy neither have the ability nor the power to give or withhold money to anyone other than the one for whom it has been decreed by the Creator, they would not rely on anyone else other than Hashem to provide for them. No person would be worthy of their honor except for the one who has been distinguished by the Creator with praiseworthy character traits for which he is worthy to be honored by the Creator. May he be exalted. So here he's talking about people who say, okay, I see this person, and he has a lot of money, and he gets honored at shul dinners. He gets honored at school dinners. People want to go on vacation with him. They want to be at their parties. If I get myself to be part of that group, I will then gain something from that. I will, maybe he'll pay for my dinner. Maybe he'll do something kind for me. And what it's saying here is that the foolishness of that is that each of us, we're just coming off of the Yamim Nairam, Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, Sukkot. Rosh Hashanah, Hashem decides what we're going to have, what we're not going to have. Yom Kippur, Hashem seals what we're going to have and what we're not going to have. We're talking now about financial. No amount of additional work is going to bring me more money than God has prescribed for me. So me chasing after wealthy people so that I can receive something from them is foolishness. Because if I'm going to receive something from them, I'm not going to get it from where Hashem already decided I'm going to get it from. So what we want to try and show Hashem is we do trust that we're going to have what it is we need. We do trust that you're going to provide the things that we need. And I no longer need to put my energy and focus into connecting with people of honor. Also, it says that's one who looks for honor in Pirkei Avos, one who looks for honor will not find him. What is honor? What is someone of kavod? Is someone who's able to be a moral leader, someone who's able to be connected to our source, which is always Hashem, connected to our source with an understanding. If I was gifted with wealth, then it means that Hashem is trusting me to do the right thing with my wealth. It's not, oh, I'm such a good guy. A person who really, really has bitachon is not giving tzedakah with an expectation of something in return. They're not giving charity so that they should get honored. They're not giving charity so they should make friends. They're giving charity because God gifted me with the ability to be able to give, and it's my responsibility. The same way that Hashem made it, that it's a circle, it's a revolving circle. There's two partners. There's the ones who give and the ones who need to receive. And the circle of life changes, and sometimes the receivers become givers and the givers become receivers. But when we are giving, we need to be giving from the purest place possible, which is I am giving it to you because I was gifted to it. I was gifted this gift, and I'm sharing it with you because that is my responsibility, not because I'm this amazing, kind human being who's giving charity. Hashem gifted me with it, and now I am sharing that gift. Okay, so we're on the top of page 141, and here he's going to give proof from chapters and psukim of what he is saying. As it is written, for those who honor me, I will honor them. Since the masses are foolish in honoring of the wealthy, thinking that the latter are deserving of their honor. The Creator adds to their foolishness when it comes to pursuit of their desires, and throughout their lifetimes, they need to overindulge in strenuous work in order to obtain their wealth. They thereby neglect to swiftly fulfill the obligations that the Creator has imposed on them. They also neglect to thank God for his goodness that he gives them. Were they to do so, they would without a doubt be far more successful in obtaining their desires, as the verse says in reference to the Torah. Length of days is in its right, in its left are riches and honor. And as it says, and wealth and honor are from before you. So if we had this understanding that Hashem is gifting us with this, it's not my ingenuity, it's not my wisdom, it's not my hustle, because how many people have ingenuity and hustle and do everything in their power to make a parnasa or to make an over-the-top parnasa, and it doesn't happen for them. So it's not about us, it's about Hashem and what he has designated for us. As soon as that realization becomes a real practical reality for me, I no longer have to chase people. I no longer have to try to be friends with people who have more, who have excess, because I'm going to get something in return. No, I'm okay. Thank you. Thank you. But I'm good. Hashem's taking care of me. If we allow ourselves to believe that the people who are wealthy, the people who have honor, are the ones who are bringing me a better life. We talked about this in the very, very beginning. Hashem will allow us to believe that that is what is making us happy, bringing us our parnasa, bringing us whatever it is that we need. Until we on our own have our own awareness. One day you just are sitting there and you're like, gosh, can't believe I expended all of this energy to get to this place. And this place feels like emptiness. It doesn't feel like there's anything truly here. Okay, now we're going to continue on the bottom of page 142, where he says exactly what I just said, which is what I said because he said it. It's not your ingenuity, it's God. Among those who seek wealth, there are those who obtain all their desires through one of the various means of obtaining a livelihood that we mentioned above, while there are others who obtain their desires through an inheritance or the like. That person thinks that it is the means of the livelihood or the inheritance that made him wealthy, and without them, he would not have obtained the money at all. He praises the means and not the cause, Hashem. So imagine you buy stocks in Apple, and the stocks go through the roof and you make a lot of money. Are we thanking Apple? Are we thanking those companies? Or is there an understanding? Apple was the shaliach for Hashem to enable me to be able to make the money that I need to make so that I can do good things with my money. We don't thank the shliach. Now, we absolutely have to have hakaras hatov, a recognition of kindness. So if someone is good to us, of course, it's thank you, I appreciate you, you really helped me, but that's where it ends. It doesn't need to go to that next level of overextending myself for that person who did something kind for me. Really, really stepping up and doing more and more that's necessary, because really, Hashem allowed that person to help me. So my ultimate thank you is to Hashem. Yes, that person chose to do kindness with me, so I'm grateful to them. But the gratitude is always with an understanding of they were able to do that because Hashem enabled it. So they made a choice. They deserve the hakaras hatov, but they do not deserve for me to become a person who's in my people-pleasing state where I need to overcompensate and continue to do more for them because they did something good for me. Okay, top of page 143. This man is similar to a person traveling in the desert who becomes dehydrated and finds a bitter water in a well. And he greatly rejoices at finding the water and quenches his thirst with it. However, as he journeys a little further, he finds a spring that is flowing with sweet water. He's distressed that he previously drank the bitter water and quenched his thirst with it. So very often in life, we put ourselves into scenarios that are not good for us. We put ourselves, we're like, oh, I see something that's potentially good here. Let me grab that right away, as opposed to saying, there are all kinds of complications with this thing that might have some goodness to it. Let me continue to build my trust. Let me continue to connect with Hashem. And a few miles out, I will find that beautiful, sweet, clear water. Okay, we're going to finish one more paragraph. Similarly, so we're on the bottom of page 143. Similarly, the wealthy person whose wealth reached him through a particular means that involved much toil, were he to have stopped himself from engaging in that particular means, he would have managed to obtain his wealth through different, easier means, as explained earlier. As it says, for with the Lord, there is no limitation to save many or with few. So here it's talking about a person who's working hard, putting in the hours, back-breaking labor, someone who is doing something that is debilitating him, is not allowing him to spend time with his wife, is not allowing him to spend time with his children, is not allowing him to go to shul and daven or have a Torah class. What it says here is that person believes that because of his strenuous toil, he is able to make that money. And what it says here is even if he didn't work that hard, if he found another job that he worked at and did the job correctly, Hashem would still give him that designated amount of money. And that's where we will end for today. Looking forward to our next class.
Thank you, Devorah, Leah. So happy that you're back, and thank you for all your stories. We're looking forward to hearing more. So I'm going to read now Advice for Life from this book. If you see it, it's Daily Life from the Teachings of the Rebbe Menachem Mendel Schneerson. So the topic is business focus. Toiling for a living is not just about making more money. When we consciously infuse our workday with the awareness that with our livelihood, we will be able to serve God and make the world a better place. Our daily activities become holy. So let's make when we make money, do holy things with it, like Devorah Leah did this week by hosting a family. That's what she spent her money on, and it's incredible. So thank you, everyone. Just want to say we do these classes weekly in memory of our dear grandmothers, Kadina Bas Yosef Yehuda. We know you're proud. And Devorah Leah's grandmother, who's like my bubby too, Rachel Bela Bas Shneur Zalman. Looking forward to seeing you guys so soon with the coming of Mashiach. Thank you so much, and we're looking forward to class number 32.